We started covering crypto games on this channel 2 years ago. Back then, the games didn't look that good, but they did have a vision, and so we had conviction. We knew that at some point, these games will be absolutely amazing. Now, it's time to do a video to check out specifically upcoming games that will come out either this year or next year that look amazing, that look like they play amazing, and just a lot of things that we can look forward to. So without further ado, welcome to the Mindblow Show. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's start with Providence. Do you like how I got right into the video? So this game is built on Avalanche. It is a third-person survival adventure game with like roguelite elements to it. It reminds me a little bit of No Man's Sky, but then again, every third-person game set in space is gonna remind me of No Man's Sky. So we're here on an alien planet, lots of extraterrestrials. Players can establish the permanent base of operations on asteroids on various planets, take out the local wildlife and also the local bandits by the looks of it. From a graphical standpoint, it looks good. From a gameplay standpoint, it looks good. I hope it plays as good as it looks. Now on their website, they say it's yet to be decided when the game will fully launch, and I for one like that. A lot of games say they will launch at one date, but then the developers can't keep that date and they have to postpone it. I would rather a game not even tell me and just come out and say, oh, it's launching tomorrow, rather than promising a date and then not being able to deliver. So that's not necessarily a bad thing in my opinion. But from the looks of it, the fact that they have the full UI, this is an in-game gameplay recorded on version 0.15, so a work in progress version, but it looks like it's playable. I would say that we're very close to having a sort of open alpha, open beta. The world building looks absolutely great, but it is a crypto game, so yes, it will have NFTs and hopefully some sort of play to earn elements. Now, what will those look like? Well, let's check it out. So first of all, it is a true free-to-play game. Since it's a survival game, you would have to gather resources, craft new items and materials with the blueprints you find along the way. And from there on, survival games most of the time don't really have a story. You're just kind of chucked in the world and you do whatever you want to do. You have some objectives, but you don't necessarily need to follow them. Survival games are one of my favorite genres in all of gaming. But since it is a Web3 game, there's lots of blockchain elements to it as well, which is exciting to look at. Now, don't go anywhere, because still in this video, we're gonna check out a Lego lookalike game that I've never seen before. It looks like it plays very well. First-person games where you mine gold, but you mine actual coin. And even more first-person alien awesomeness. Lots to come in this video. But first of all, back to Providence. What does it mean where a player-driven economy is inside of the game, and what does it mean a game that leverages blockchain technology to empower the player? A lot of people say that it empowers the player, leveraging blockchain technology. What do I get from that? That's what most people ask. So basically the way you advance in the game is as you play, you acquire these blueprints and various resources as you mine and open chests and find things. So you don't have to rely on microtransactions. There's nothing for you to buy except some NFTs if you choose to do so. Hopefully, mostly cosmetic NFTs, because that's the way to do it, in my opinion. So a player in the game is known as a trailblazer, and those trailblazers will then be able to sell those items on their marketplace if they choose to do so. They can also use it to advance more in the game, but they can also sell it to other people who don't want to spend as much time on it. So that's what a blockchain player-driven economy most of the time means when they say it. Next game, Fury, a first-person shooter. They had their closed beta test of the game late last year, and so this year we will have in-game rewards, an item shop, tournaments, and a lot of things. Now, Fury will be available for phones as well, and this is a game I did cover in the past when I talked about phone games, but as I do mention in some of my videos, not everyone is gonna see all videos. So if a game fits the narrative of the specific video, like now we're talking about upcoming games, well, Fury is one of them. There's timestamps at the bottom of the video where you can pick and choose what you want to watch. If you're not interested in Fury, you can check out the next one, because we're only gonna have better and better games as this video goes on. Like, trust me, seriously, it's getting crazy. So this game is built on the Unreal Engine 5, and one thing I love about Fury, as I mentioned in the previous video where I covered it, this was like some months ago actually, it does remind me a lot of PUBG Mobile. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of shooter games on phones, and I did say it's an FPS game, but it's kind of both third person and first person, as far as I understood. And the game mode is a battle royale. Now, there will probably have more game modes, but a battle royale is going to be the main one. So that's also one of the reasons why it really reminds me of PUBG. Now, PUBG Mobile is actually very successful. So something like this in Web3, this, I mean, look at this. This looks like a proper Web2 game. You can't tell me that this is a blockchain game, but it is. It is built on the blockchain. It will have some sort of play to earn elements and also NFT support. So the blockchain will allow earning real money, and then the NFTs will allow you to customize your character, your loadouts, your weapons, what you look like, etc. So they will have a sort of leaderboard system inside of the game. And so the high-ranking players will be rewarded on a weekly basis with rewards in the Fury token and also with unique NFTs, which will be sellable on the marketplace. Now, this game is built on XRP, believe it or not. We don't often cover XRP games because I don't know if there are any, but this game is built with XRP in mind, which is a very interesting and bold choice. But they have their reasons for doing so. I'll not get into it now. If we ever do a deep dive on Fury, we will go more in depth. But until then, all you have to know is that you will have access to tournaments, and that's how you will earn in the beginning. And hopefully down the road, they will have another sort of play to earn mechanic inside of the game where I can buy a cosmetic NFT and earn while playing regular games and not have to rely to play the game 24/7 and climb the leaderboards and playing against people who have way more time on their hands than me. So leaderboard systems, while they're good in some aspects, they're bad in other aspects because you don't always have the time, especially people who work. You can't play a game 24/7 and play against someone who doesn't work or a child who doesn't have to work. That being said, next game, we have Animo, or Animo Stars Arena, which is a multiplayer shooter that takes place inside of the Animo universe. So each player takes the role of a pilot in this multiplayer mayhem. There's a variety of game modes. The game is built on Ethereum. It has play to earn elements. It will have NFT support available for Windows, but also for Mac OS. A lot of people ask about Mac, so this game will be available for Mac as well. I know it's a lot more difficult for the developers to get something out on the Mac because Apple doesn't really make it easy at all. So sometimes seeing these games available for Mac as well is a nice addition. A cool thing about a game like this is that they can have a proper support through real-life toys, like little action figures, because that's what you should do. I'm very surprised the Axie Infinity never did that. I mean, those little Axies would be perfect plushy little toys, and they never did it. So this game does. So hopefully this game will do something similar to that, because having figurines and then playing with them in the game as well would be very cool. Like, look at this. You can have many different Macs of animals. It's like a little dog instead of a spider Mac. I don't know. Having this as an NFT and then playing with it inside of the game, but then also having a real-life figure of it would be pretty amazing. So there's a little bit of an untapped potential there. If I give you an idea, I want 5% Animo. Otherwise, you'll hear from my lawyers. I didn't even have lawyers. So it will be available for playing on Epic Games Launcher, but also on Steam, which is also great to see. And another thing that's amazing, it's a free-to-play game. It will be free to play. Even it says on their Twitter, free-to-play third-person mech shooter coming soon to PC and more. And more means Mac.
What about the in-game economy, Inspector?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Voice from my camera. First of all, the NFTs are split into two categories. The gameplay items is sort of mech parts, and then the cosmetic items as well. They will have a battle pass, which will reward in-game players. So players who hold one or more NFT from the Ethereum collection will have extra benefits through the battle pass. Holders will be able to exclusively mint new cosmetics at the start of each season, but only for a limited time. Now, that sounds like any other free-to-play Web2 game as well. You can normally progress through your battle pass as you play the game, but if you pay for the battle pass, so in this case, if you have an NFT, you will earn more things along the way than those who don't. So this is not a new model, and it's not something to get mad about. This is the standard business practice for free-to-play games with battle passes. Nothing weird going on here. Let's see what else they have. Those who choose not to mint can still get the new content. You can level up the battle pass during the season by playing any of the available game modes, and you can earn those rewards. And as you get those rewards, those little mechs, you can go to the forge, which would... Damn it! Tongue twister after tongue twister. You can go to the forge that has a burn mechanic. And the burn mechanic will allow you to burn the pilots or the paint themes. If it's from the same season and the same tier, you will be able to obtain a random item from the next tier up. So hopefully that wasn't as confusing as it sounded when I said it out loud. Hopefully you understood what I meant. Either way, that is Animo. Next game, Alaska Gold Rush. Yes, we have covered it quite recently in December or January, I think, but it fits the profile of this video, so we'll go over it once again because I'm super excited about it, and it's coming out very soon. So, free-to-play, NFT support, play-to-earn support, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon available for Windows. That's the basics out of the way. That's what it's built on, what it supports. Now, what is it? Well, it's the first Web3 native game with an open world and an exciting plot. One of the reasons I'm so excited about Alaska Gold Rush, oh, look at this, is their CTO. Hello, Alaska Gold Rush CTO. Why don't you sponsor one of my videos, man?
It's because you don't drink enough beers and smoke cigars, Tony.
Why are you being like this? You know, I'm giving half the money away to the people watching. You know, it's going to a good cause. Anyway, if you choose to sponsor, contact me. You have me on Telegram. Anyway, one of the reasons I was so excited about this game is because it has an actual plot. Most Web3 games that we played so far don't have any plot whatsoever. As you know, I said that I like survival games and they don't have a plot, which is fine, but I'm also a huge fan of a good plot inside the game, and I would love to try a Web3 game that has an actual plot. Like when I play a survival game, it's fine not to have a plot. But when I play a shooter, when I play an RPG game, I want a story, you know? That's what I'm used to, that's what I like, that's what everybody's used to, and that's what everybody likes. So Alaska Gold Rush, I'm hoping to have a great story. From the looks of it, the gameplay looks amazing. You know, you're in this wilderness in Alaska. It's, you know, the late 1800s, I think. Have this double-barrel shotgun, lots of opponents to fight as everybody wants to go on that gold rush. You know, that's when it was, you know, a big, huge thing. Everybody wanted to get their hands on some gold. But the really smart people back then, they didn't go to mine gold. They were selling shovels and pickaxe. Something to think about. So how will the in-game economy work? Well, it starts with gold mining. Does the player have equipment? Yes. Then, from the equipment, if damaged, you can repair it, use gold to repair it, and then it goes to the timer. From the timer, you get the carrots after you spend a certain amount of time, and then it goes to the treasury pool, and you get paid. That's the gold mining game mode. But what if the player doesn't have equipment? Well, let's see. We choose no, we gotta pay gold, go to the marketplace, and then we have equipment. Very easy fix. Gold is burned carrot that goes into Alaska's treasury. But what if you don't have carrot? Well, another game mode is the story mode. So let's go from the game modes. We're not gonna go into the gold mining, but we'll go into the story mode. You will get achievements. From the achievements, you will get gold reward. Very simple. So story mode is gonna be the most simple way to earn inside of the game. You just play the story mode, which I'm very excited about, as you may have noticed already. Final game mode is the arena or duel game mode. If it's casual, then you just play for fun. If it's ranked, then you have to pay an entry fee in carrot. Then you have a match. If you lose, you get nothing. If you win, you get more carrot, basically. So both players put some carrot in the pool. Winner gets everything. Pretty simple betting system. Lots of NFT burning, lots of loot boxes, lots of in-game economy things that we don't have enough time to talk about. If you want me to do a full review of Alaska Gold Rush once it comes out, I mean, even if you don't want me to do it, I'm so excited about it, I will definitely do it. But I'm just saying, leave a comment because it's good for the algorithm. Just tell me, yes, Alaska Gold Rush full review. Please do it. Thank you. Next game, Earth from Another Sun, a game we have checked out before. I've even played it. I got my hands on the pre-release version. It plays well. It's a space game and it's now currently in the alpha stages. Free to play once it comes out, NFT support and play to earn. Built on the Solana blockchain and available for Windows and Mac. So this is a huge game. They really want to build something big. You can go from planet to planet, from asteroid to asteroid. As you're raiding, you can get attacked by random pirates. You can visit various hubs on various planets to sell and buy more items. You can build your own crew. You have weapons. You have mechs. Mechs, like little mecha suits. It's a multiplayer game. You can meet your friends. There's loot to discover, boxes to open, and currency to be earned. Yes, it is a fully free-to-play, play-to-earn game. This game I did do a deep dive of at one point, but of course for the alpha version. I will leave the card somewhere on the screen so you can check it out, since this is the end of the video almost. It's a game that I seriously cannot wait to see the full version because their vision looks absolutely amazing. They want to build a true metaverse where you can go anywhere, do anything, and own anything you want and just earn currency and have fun inside of the metaverse with your friends. So definitely something to keep your eyes on if you haven't been checking out Earth from Another Sun or FUS, a game I am super bullish on. All right, thanks for watching. I'm leaving.